Okay, I'm going to do a behind the scenes as I prepare this next video for the four fills of Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Okay, so all the steps, a lot of people think that AI is involved in a big way when they see, particularly now that I'm editing in Adobe Premiere Pro, when they see 4 or 5 or 6 of me all in the same room next to each other. No, that's all done manually with very good software, but there's no artificial intelligence being used there. So here's the first step, all right, and it takes weeks and weeks and weeks to make one video, okay, because there's the sound production in the studio and so forth. I'm not going to give away all my tips and tricks, but going to show you how I go about it, righto? So first of all, I have to arrange it, and Noteflight is a great place to start because although I'm not using AI, a lot of work's done for me as an arranger. In the past, back in the days before computers, I used to arrange a lot of music when I was in high school and doing my training at the conservatorium, and also my first schools. We didn't have computers. So we had the old manuscript, and you'd find a piano chart or whatever, or you just listen to the thing and you'd make an arrangement of a song for the students or the music group that you had available. Okay, and that's one of my classes. I'm setting this as a task. They've got to arrange music, and then they have to arrange it for the particular groups they form, and then they have to adapt the music and arrange it and learn about how to arrange music so they can produce it. Okay, and it's very much, I'm using the four fills as an example because it's the same process. So Noteflight.com is owned by Hal Leonard, okay, over here, and they are a very big music publisher, one of the biggest, if not the biggest music publisher in the United States, and so they own a lot of this copyright. And the beauty is I've paid for this. And you see this button here, create editable copy. That's not edible, that's editable. Fill number 3 might think it's edible, but no, it's not. So I've already hit that button, and this also allows me to print parts. But as you can see, this is for piano. This is the original. It's for piano, and it's in B major, 5 sharps. And as a violinist, because the four fills is typically a string quartet, violin 1, violin 2, viola, cello. In this case, I'll be adding double bass to give it a little bit more bottom end, so it'll effectively be the 5 fills, and maybe some percussion as well. All right. So I'm taking a piece of rock music, a rock song, and I'm making it into something that can be performed by string quartet or string quintet with the double bass. Okay. Now that's not going to work. Okay. It's if I picked it up on the violin and I play that, it's yeah, there's a D sharp there, down to second finger on the G. Okay, it's all over the place. So what I've done is I've created that editable copy. Let's pop across here, and already I've started work on it, and that's in my Noteflight editor. So eventually I'll be able to, I can't transfer that anywhere else as a MIDI file, but I can print parts and edit it. So I've moved it to 3 sharps, A major, which is a much better key for strings, and then I've moved that famous riff up an octave, and I've done that manually, which means I've also had to manually go in and change, let's see, yep, okay, so that's playing all right. So just edit that, and I've had to change that from F sharps to F naturals, and down here in the next part of the riff, part B, I've had to change the G sharps to G naturals. Okay, so let's have a listen to that. Okay. Okay, and I'm just, in this video, I'm just going to show you how I start. Okay, so if I pick up my violin, okay, I can work out that second position, sorry, is going to be a pretty good place to start. I haven't practiced this yet. Okay, the next step is I'm going to show you the step where I actually, in my studio here, I practice. That's without practice. So, you know, that's it's going to work, okay? And I can do that, all that, by the way, if you're not a string player. The way I've put that there, that bottom note there is an open A. Hang on. That bottom note there is open A, okay? And you can see in my left hand there, I moved my hand up the neck, and I'm playing in second position, and then I move to third position down here, and it gives me those notes with the first finger, third finger, okay? If you're a string player, you know what I'm talking about. So clever musical arrangement makes for better performance, all right? And that's about it for this little portion here, showing you how we start. And down here, the vocals come in, and then in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how I add parts, okay? And so I add parts, and I'm going to be adding first violin, second violin, viola, cello, and all I'll do is I'll copy that bass part from the piano, and that will be for cello and double bass.